Hey everyone, welcome back to the workshop. This is episode 8 of making your Christmas trees out of wood. This will be the final one on this series as we're getting close to Christmas. This one again, the actual tree part itself, you can do it in 15 minutes, and the star you can do in less than 15 minutes as well. I'll put the star in a separate video, so I'm going to show you how to build it. So let's get started. On today's tree, I'm going to use some of these 1x4 8-footers. I got 2 of them. These are probably one of the cheapest pieces of wood you can buy. Here in Canada is only like even $3, which is even cheap for us, right? Probably double the price it was 2 years ago, but still only $3 for this. I got 2 of them, and we're gonna make another tree. So I'm gonna show you how this could be an outdoor indoor tree, but I'm gonna cut this into strips because I don't really want it this thick. To cut it about 1.5 inches each one, 1.75 inches. We'll see. Let's see what we got here for total width. Usually 1x4, you're close to 3.5, right? So this isn't even 3.5, it's 3 3/8. So if we get rid of the rounded parts, probably do it about 1.5 inches. I'm gonna start cutting this into pieces and then start cutting them in 1.5 inch strips. So I decided to cut this one in half first before cutting in the little pieces. I'm going to cut them into, now I'm going to cut it into little strips. I've cut all the pieces now, as you can see. I wanted just to be super simple, so you don't have to worry about different angles and stuff. So all these are cut on 30-degree angles, starting from there. And then what I did is I kind of lined up that point with that point, and then lined up this with that point on each one. So it's kind of symmetrical, at least the spacing here, and it's the spacing here is the same, right? So I got 14 inch, 12 inch, 10 inch, 8 inch, 6 inch there, and then this is what, 13, 11, 9, 7. So I'm gonna put it together on the pole. Actually, I want to sand all these down because I think I'm gonna do 2 different colors. So I might do a red and a white, and then we'll figure out what to do with the star. An update. I've sanded these all down now, and this is going to be the base. So it's about 30 inches long. What I did is I put a point as the star is going to sit on it, and then I'll brad nail the star on. So I want it to sit flush on the top there. So what I did is I traced the angle of the star on there and then just cut it out. So what I'm going to do is this base, I'm going to stain it like that walnut. And then this is the back one, that's to go straight. That will be green. And then these are the angles, and I'm going to do them red. So I'm going to start staining this and painting these, and then we'll come back. Now that I got all my pieces painted, except the star, I'm going to start assembling. I am going to use the brad nailer to nail the green ones on there first. And then after I nail the green ones on, I'll line up the red ones over top. And I'm going to space it. I have this as my spacer. So I'm going to leave two of these widths. This is a 2.5. Two of these widths, so about 5 inches. So the star can sit there without the points of the star getting in the way of the tree. So that's what I'm going to do. Make sure that it's level and it's center, and we'll start brad nailing them in. One way how I'm going to try to keep it level is by using my T-square to make sure that whenever I place the ones behind the green ones, that they're square to this piece, right? I'm not worried about the red ones that are going to go on top, because I can make them any way I want. But I want to make sure is when this tree stands up that they're square. We got that part done. Now I'll start assembling the red to go on top. One thing I think I'm going to do though, is I'm going to put some wood glue on there and see if I can nail it from behind. They're all nailed and glued now. I'll have to make the stand for it. All I'm going to use for the stand is some similar boards, right? I did make extra of these. Could always do that. Cut them down to size. They don't need it very long. It just has to be set up properly where it stands up. So almost like an X. Like for example, I could put one here and then one behind there, and then have one forward here and one forward there, right? And that's all I need for it to stand. So I lined this leg with my square, and I wanted it just a hair lower than this, so I don't want this to be lower. So now I'm going to put brad nails in there for now, just as a temporary hold. Once I get this other one on there, then what I can do is I can drill a hole through and screw all three of them together. And it sits up like that, no problem. But I will put a couple feet this way as well. What I'm going to do is from this end to this end, it's about 2 inches, so I'm going to get an 1.5 inch nail. I'm going to pre-drill from behind so you can't see it from behind, and then put an 1.5 inch screw in. I have the holes here countersunk. I wanted to make sure that they gripped into the front one too. So that's why I countersunk them a little bit to make sure. I didn't want them to go through, but want them to at least grip this one as well. Now we're gonna put some small feet here and here, and then we'll be pretty much done. We got the feet all on there now. I can just throw some stain on there, and then we're done. I did a little modification. As you can see, the star now sits better, closer to the green. Now I know it's not equal from this side to this side, and that's only because the red. If I remove that red, it's pretty equal from the sides here of the green. But I thought there was just too much room above the green, that either I was going to have to put another piece of green above or lower the brown. So I just lowered the brown. I think that looks better now. And there you go, all complete. Now if you want to finish that start to finish, other than painting and putting poly on it and the lights, you can do the tree in under 15 minutes and the star in about 15 minutes as well. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified when I post another video. And we'll talk to you later.